All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another week of Classic Country A to Z. I think this may be, I guess I should keep track, 100 and, I don't know, 110th, 109th, somewhere in there show. Tonight, we will cover some of Stonewall Jackson's hits. I thought I was going to start them last week and didn't get to them. And then we'll move on to cover 3 of Susan Ray's hits. And we'll finish up by just getting started on some of T.G. Sheppard's hits. So, tonight we will finally advance to the letter T. And once we finish the letter T, that only leaves the letters V and W until we're done with the whole alphabet of country singers. So, however, there are a lot of letter T artists and songs, so we'll be in T for a while here. Anyway, tonight, as always, we'll do an original song in the middle and then one gospel song at the end. So let's dive right in. So tonight we're going to begin with Stonewall Jackson. And Stonewall, which was his given birth name and named after the Confederate general with that nickname, had his greatest success in the late 50s and then throughout the 1960s. During his career, he had only 2 number 1 hits, 4 additional top 5 hits, and 5 additional top 10 hits, none of which he wrote. So an interesting couple of notes to Stonewall's career is that, one, he was the only artist to ever be made a member of the Grand Ole Opry without having first had a hit record. And then 2, at the point in which he had been a member of the Grand Ole Opry for over 50 years, which at that point was in the 2000s, he believed the Opry management was sidelining him in favor of younger artists. And so he sued the Opry for age discrimination. And in his court filing, he claimed that the Opry general manager had stated that he, quote, did not want any gray hairs on that stage or in the audience. And before I'm done, there won't be any. The Opry manager was also alleged to have told Stonewall that he was too old and too country. The lawsuit was settled in 2008 for an undisclosed amount, and Stonewall returned to performing on the Grand Ole Opry. He was a member of the Opry for 65 years, from 1956 until his death just this past December in 2021. So our first Stonewall Jackson song tonight was actually written by George Jones way back in 1958. It became the first song Stonewall ever released, and it shot all the way to number 2 in the charts for him here, which is a great way to start out with a bang. And this prison-based song is called Life to Go. I've got a sad, sad story, friend, that I don't like to tell. I had a home and a family when they locked me in the cell. I've been in here now 18 years, a long, long time, I know. But time don't mean a thing to me, 'cause I got life to go. I went one night where the lights were bright just to see what I could see. I met up with an old friend who just thought the world of me. Well, he brought me drinks and he took me to every honky-tonk in town. Then words were said and now he's dead. I just had to bring him down. Well, it's been a long, long time now since I've heard from my wife. I know I'd be there with her yet if I hadn't used a knife. Well, I'll bet that little girl of mine don't realize or know her daddy's been here 18 years and still got life to go. Well, I'll bet there's not one man outside that's spent more time in jail. I'll be here in this prison till my body's just a shell. No, I can't be free to go and see the ones that I love so. Well, I've been in here 18 years and I still got life to go. Oh, I still got life to go. Yeah, I still got life to go. All right, Gail, Julie, Craig, thanks for tuning in tonight. Next up, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, here we go. Next up was Stonewall's first #1 hit. Oh, hey, Laurie, glad you could be here. This was Stonewall's first #1 hit in only his second year of recording, 1959. It was also his most successful song of his entire career, as the song stayed at #1 on the country charts for 5 weeks, and also peaked on the pop charts that year at #4, and stayed on the top 40 pop song list for 16 weeks. This song is called Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, everybody has to pay, everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Now old Adam was the first in history with an apple. He was tempted and deceived just for spite. The devil made him take a bite, and that's where old Adam met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, everybody has to pay, everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Little General Napoleon of France tried to conquer the world but lost his pants, and that defeat known as Bonaparte's retreat, and that's where Napoleon met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, everybody has to pay, everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Now a feller whose darling proved untrue took her life, but he lost his too. Now he swings where the little birdie sings, and that's where Tom Dooley met his Waterloo. Waterloo, Waterloo, where will you meet your Waterloo? Every puppy has his day, everybody has to pay, everybody has to meet his Waterloo. Every puppy has his day, everybody has to pay, everybody has to meet his Waterloo. All right. Next up is the third song Stonewall Jackson released on his debut album, which was entitled The Dynamic Stonewall Jackson. This is one of his signature songs, even though it only rose to number 24 in the charts in 1959. This song is called Smoke Along the Track. One day the train was passing, I caught it coming by, to look this old world over under God's blue sky. My darling stood there weeping as I was looking back. I kissed my baby crying in the smoke along the track. Goodbye, so long, till I come back home, you'll be my dream. Goodbye, so long, there's lots of places that I've never seen. I'll always be a drifter, but I'll be drifting back to where I left you crying in the smoke along the track. I like to keep on going, it helps me when I'm blue. I get the urge to travel, that's all I want to do. I know I just can't settle down because I like to roam. And when I hear that whistle blow, I've got to move along. Goodbye, so long, there's something down the track keeps calling me. Goodbye, so long, I guess that's just the way I'll always be. So when I get that feeling, don't try to hold me back. I'd only leave you crying in the smoke along the track. Goodbye, I know my baby loves me, I love my baby too. But she don't understand me when I'm feeling blue. And when I hear that whistle blow, I hurry home and pack and leave my baby crying in the smoke along the track. Goodbye, so long, I hate to leave you, but I gotta go. Goodbye, so long, I just heard that lonesome whistle blow. It'll be gone in a minute, you'll wave and I'll look back. I'm gonna leave you crying in the smoke along the track. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you crying in the smoke along the track. Almost skipped a verse there. Okay. Let me double check. Linda, thanks for tuning in tonight. And Mary Pat, thank you. Okay. Next up, the next song Stonewall released off that debut album. This song went to number 12 on the charts for him, and it was co-written by Mel Tillis. This song is called Mary, Don't You Weep for Me. Oh, Mary, don't you weep for me. Oh, Mary, just you wait for me. The battle will soon be over. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Well, Jimmy sent a letter to his bride back home. For 3 long years now he's been gone. He left her crying on her wedding day and went to fight the battle of the blue and gray. Oh, Mary, don't you weep for me. Oh, Mary, just you wait for me. The battle will soon be over. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Well, Mary's young heart was filled with joy when she got the letter from her soldier boy. His words of love made her heart beat fast, but little did she know it would be the last. Well, oh, Mary, don't you weep for me. Oh, Mary, just you wait for me. The battle will soon be over. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. On that same day, Atlanta burned down. Her soldier boy, he fell to the ground. Now Mary sits alone by the candlelight and reads his letter over every night. Oh, Mary, don't you weep for me. Oh, Mary, just you wait for me. The battle'll soon be over. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. Yeah, the battle will soon be over. Oh, Mary, don't you weep. All right. Jeannie, thank you for tuning in. All right, next up, the last song that Stonewall Jackson released off that debut album. This one went to number 6 for him on the charts, and it's a song that Stonewall co-wrote with a guy by the name of Melvin Ensley, and this song is called Why I'm Walking. I got my angel on my mind, that's why I'm walking. There's such an ache in this old heart, now I ain't talking. The little hand that held mine tight just waved goodbye tonight. I've got her sweet love on my mind, that's why I'm walking. With an old love on your mind, life's not worth living. I breathe her name with every breath I'm breathing. Why could I never see how much she meant to me? I got her sweet love on my mind, that's why I'm walking. Should I pass you on the street and I miss speaking, you could blame it on this memory I'm keeping. Should I hang my head down low, hear my song and then you know I got her sweet love on my mind, that's why I'm walking. Yeah, I've got my angel on my mind, that's why I'm walking. Okay, so Stonewall Jackson's biological father passed away shortly after he was born, after Stonewall was born. And his mother remarried, but Stonewall's stepfather was abusive and beat Stonewall, and one time left him lying senseless in a field after Stonewall had accidentally spilled a bucket of water he'd been carrying. Stonewall later said the physical scars and pain of being abused don't last long, but the mental part of it goes on and on and on. Stonewall didn't write this next song, and even though it's written about a broken relationship, Stonewall said, given his upbringing, certain lines in the song, including the title and the last 2 lines of the second verse, certainly registered for him in his past. This song went to number 3 in the charts for Stonewall in 1962, and this song is called A Wound Time Can't Erase. Have you found, since you turned me down, the one that you were searching for? Are you glad that you made me sad? For you know I vowed to love you evermore. What did you have in mind when you broke this heart of mine? Are you laughing in my face? Darling, what can I do when you say that we are through? You left a wound time can't erase. Tell me, dear, are you satisfied to be footloose and fancy free? Is it power you want for the things that you have done? Well, what you gained, I guess I'll never see. What did you have in mind when you broke this heart of mine? Are you laughing in my face? Oh, darling, what can I do when you say that we are through? You left a wound time can't erase. Darling, you left a wound time can't erase. Okay, now next up is the song that was Stonewall's second and final #1 hit, this one from 1964. This story song was written by a guy by the name of Hugh Lewis, who said the song was respectfully influenced by his real-life friend, B.J. the DJ Johnson, who was a longtime disc jockey and a country music singer. This song is called B.J. the DJ. A story about a pal of mine who worked down near the Georgia line as DJ in a little country station. Well, everybody loved him dear, 'cause he played what they liked to hear. He built himself up quite a reputation. At record hops he stayed out late, and his mom would always wait to see if he would make it home alive. She warned against his loss of sleep and driving fast in that old heap, and that he had to be to work by 5. Well, BJ the DJ, you're living much too fast, and if you don't change your ways, don't see how you can last. Well, every morning just past 4, from the driveway he would roar, overslept and he was late again. Then at breakneck speed he'd drive to sign the station on at 5. He had lots of records he must spin. His mom sat by the radio until his voice told her hello. She knew then that he'd made it there all right. And then she'd say a little prayer, he'd be safe while he was there, and she'd wait up for him again tonight. But then one cold and rainy morn, all 4 tires were badly worn, but still he sped off just as fast as time. Well, BJ had a lot of nerve, but he completely missed the curve, and he signed off down near the Georgia line. Mom sat by the radio, the voice she heard she didn't know. BJ'd never been this late before. But with the road so bad and all, she'd wait a while before she called, and then she heard the knock upon the door. BJ the DJ, only 24, a wreck at 90 miles an hour, he'll spin the hits no more. One of our sad songs for tonight, story song. Okay, next up, this is a song that was actually written by Stonewall Jackson's brother, Wade Jackson, and it rose to number 4 on the charts for Stonewall in 1964. This song also has a somewhat sort of bizarre claim to fame. The night before convicted murderer Gary Gilmore was executed in 1977, Gilmore's defense attorney had arranged a phone call from Gilmore's favorite musician, Johnny Cash. And in that phone call, Johnny Cash sang this song at Gilmore's request. And Gilmore did his best to sing along sort of as a duet. And then the following morning, he was executed by a firing squad. So it doesn't really relate to this. I mean, it's a true story, but there's nothing in the body of the song that would make that connection necessarily. Anyway, this song is called Don't Be Angry. Don't be angry with me, darling, if I fail to understand all your little whims and wishes all the time. Well, just remember, I'm kinda dumb, I guess, like any foolish man, and my head stays sorta foggy 'cause you're mine. Well, I recall the first time that I flirted with you, dear, when I jokingly said, come and be my bride. Now the time has turned the pages, well, it's the sweetest joke on earth that I have you here forever by my side. So don't be angry with me, darling, if I fail to understand all your little whims and wishes all the time. Just remember, I'm kinda dumb, I guess, like any foolish man, and my head stays sorta foggy 'cause you're mine. Well, maybe someday you're gonna hurt me, but I've been hurt in love before, and only God can know, and time alone will tell. But in the meantime, I'll keep loving you with all my heart and soul, and pray God to let it last if it's His will. So don't be angry with me, darling, if I fail to understand all your little whims and wishes all the time. And just remember, I'm kinda dumb, I guess, like any foolish man, and my head stays sorta foggy 'cause you're mine. Yeah, my head stays sorta foggy 'cause you're mine. Okay, next up. This song was a number 8 hit for Stonewall Jackson in 1965. This one is called I Wash My Hands in Muddy Water. I was born in Macon, Georgia. They kept my dad in the Macon jail. Dad said, son, if you keep your hands clean, well, you won't hear them bloodhounds on your trail. But I fell in with bad companions. We robbed a man in Tennessee. The sheriff caught me way up in Nashville. They locked me up and threw away the key. Well, I washed my hands in muddy water. I washed my hands, but they didn't come clean. I tried to do like Daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. I asked the jailer, well, when's my time up? And he said, son, we won't forget. And if you try to keep your hands clean, well, we might make a good man out of you yet. But I couldn't wait to do my sentence, so I broke out of the Nashville jail, and I just crossed the line of Georgia, and I can hear them bloodhounds on my trail. Well, I washed my hands in muddy water. Yeah, I washed my hands, but they didn't come clean. I tried to do like Daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. Yeah, I tried to do like Daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. All right. We've reached the portion of the show where I do one of our original songs that my friend Charlie and I wrote. This one is about a lost love and wondering what if the love hadn't been lost. And this one is called What We Never Had. Hold on a minute here. Try that again. A picture of us, your hand in mine, our smiles we thought would last a lifetime. The miles between us we thought we could tame, we'd call and we'd write, but it's just not the same. I miss those days, miss the life that we had. I miss your kiss, miss the good and the bad, but most of all I miss what we never had. You said you loved me with all of your heart, and we'd be together till death do us part. but you faded away. I still don't know why, just faded away and never said goodbye. I miss those days, miss the life that we had. I miss your kiss, miss the good and the bad. But most of all I miss what we never had. Well, where would we be if we'd stayed together? What memories made on our way to forever? You never look back, a wise man once said, but he'd never lost what he never had. I miss those days, miss the life that we had. I miss your kiss, miss the good and the bad. But most of all I miss what we never had. Yes, most of all I miss what we never had. All right. Now our next song, back to Stonewall Jackson. This was a number 5 hit for him in 1967. And this one is called Help Stamp Out Loneliness. Help, help, help stamp out loneliness, bring back the happy that we had before. Let's all get together tonight and begin by lining the ladies up next to the men. And then 2 by 2, let's march day and night till loneliness leaves us and goes out of sight. Help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Help, help, help bring back happiness. Help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Bring back the happy that we had before. Go search every tavern and night spot in town, 'cause that's where the most of the lonely are found. Tell them the lonely are meeting tonight. Come join in the start of the world's favorite fight. So help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Help, help, help bring back happiness. Help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Bring back the happy that we had before. Now somewhere in your town this very night, there's broken hearts wishing with all of their might that someone might lead them back to love's door, so they can be happy like they were before. So help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Help, help, help bring back happiness. Help, help, help stamp out loneliness. Bring back the happy that we had before. Just bring back the happy that we had before. Now, our last two Stonewall Jackson songs were actually bigger hits for other artists that I don't have in my collection, so I'm covering them here as part of Stonewall's collection of songs because he also recorded these. This first one was written in 1971 by a guy named Kent Lavoie, whose stage name was Lobo, and who had a number 5 hit with this song on the Easy Listening charts in 1971. Stonewall Jackson covered the song that same year and had his last top 10 hit with this song when it reached number 7 for him on the country charts. And this song is called Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. I remember to this day that bright red Georgia clay and how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Well, willpower made that old car go. My woman's mind told me that so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. Well, me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. Well, I can still recall the wheat fields near St. Paul. In the morning we got caught robbing from an old hen. Old MacDonald, he made us work, but then he paid us for what it was worth. Another tank of gas and back on the road again. Well, me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. Well, I'll never forget that day we motored stately into big L.A. The lights of the city put the settling down into my brain. Well, now it's only been a month or so. That old car's a bugging us to go. We gotta get away and get back on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. Me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. Yeah, me and you and a dog named Boo, how I love being a free man. All right, our last Stonewall Jackson song for tonight was actually a hit for Johnny Russell, but I didn't have any Johnny Russell's collection, and since Stonewall covered it, I'm doing it tonight. This song was Johnny Russell's only top 10 hit, which is probably why I don't have a Johnny Russell collection. This went to number 4 for him in 1973, and although Stonewall recorded it, he never released it as a single, so it didn't chart for him. The song is called Rednecks, White Sox, and Blue Ribbon Beer. Well, there's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my rednecks, white socks, and blue ribbon beer. The barmaid is mad 'cause some guy made a pass. The jukebox is playing, there stands the glass, and the cigarette smoke kinda hangs in the air. The rednecks, White socks and blue ribbon beard. The cowboy is cussing the pinball machine. The drunk at the bar's getting rowdy and mean. And some guy on the phone says, I'll be home soon, dear. The rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beard. No, we don't fit in with that white collar crowd. We're a little too rowdy and a little too loud. Well, there's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beard. The semis are passing on the highway outside. The 4:30 crowd is about to arrive. Now the sun's going down and they'll all soon be here. Rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beard. Though we don't fit in with that white collar crowd, we're a little too rowdy and a little too loud. Well, there's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beard. No, there's no place that I'd rather be than right here with my rednecks, white socks and blue ribbon beard. All right, so now we move on to just a few of Susan Ray's big hits. Susan was popular in the 70s, and to start her career, she moved from her home in Oregon, where she first began singing with a high school rock group, and later performed on a local country radio station's live Saturday morning country and western show. She also landed some work as a disc jockey and eventually became the host of a Portland TV program called Hoedown. At one of her performances at an area nightclub, she met Buck Owens' manager, who was so impressed with her that he persuaded Buck Owens to fly her to Buck's home in Bakersfield, California, for an audition. There she started singing with Buck, did a lot of duets, and soon thereafter began having her own hits. At about that same time, she began a 9-year stint as a featured performer on the program Hee Haw. Anyway, our first Susan Ray song was her first top 10 hit. This song reached number 9 in the charts in 1971. And the song was also an international hit for her, reaching in the top 10 on many charts around the world. This song is called L.A. International Airport. Standing in the silent hall, waiting for that final call, says she doesn't love me anymore. Shaking hands, I pack a bag, trembling voice, I call a cab. Slowly I start walking to the door. Cab arrives, he blows his horn, I stumble out in the early morn, tell him of the place I've gotta go. Hit 100 signal lights, Peterbilt's and a traffic fight. Getting through these doors, it's been so slow. L.A. International Airport, where the big jet engines roar. L.A. International Airport, I won't see her anymore. Stewardess in a miniskirt, a hippie in a leather shirt, started on the way to Naples, Rome. While I'm wondering where it's at, I see a Paris diplomat. College kids are trying to get back home. Baggage cart goes quickly by, I see my case and I start to cry. Stumble to the lounge to be alone. while I'm trying to get some rest, bite my lips and try my best to fight the pain that's making me leave home. LA International Airport, where the big jet engines roar. LA International Airport, I won't see her anymore. With silver wings across the sky, paper trails that wave goodbye to those below who've got to stay at home. I wish that I had flown at night so I could take that champagne flight, rid myself of every tear I own. Soaring high above the heavens in a 747, fighting back the tears that purse my eyes. Captain's voice so loud and clear amplifies into my ear, assuring me I'm flying friendly skies. LA International Airport, where the big jet engines roar. LA International Airport, I won't see her anymore. Oh, LA International Airport, I won't see her anymore. All right, that's kind of a quick one. Now, next up is the second song that Susan released in 1971. Buck Owens had actually previously released this song, but without much success. Susan's version went to number 6 on the charts in 1971, and the song was also the title track to her album that year, so the song and the album are called Pitty Pitty Patter. Oh, the pitty pitty patter of a little bitty feet's gonna pitty pitty patter through our house. Gonna be a comin' in the June, gonna stop our honeymoon. 'Cause the pitty pitty patter of a little bitty feet's gonna pitty pitty patter through our house. Gotta be thinking of a name, yeah, there's gonna be a great big change. Gonna be looking for a bottle in the middle of the night, looking for a chance to hold mommy tight. Washing little diapers every day, a big doctor bill we're gonna have to pay. Hey, hey, oh, the pitty pitty patter of the little bitty feet's gonna pitty pitty patter through our house. Gotta be thinking of a name, yeah, there's gonna be a great big change. Gonna be looking for a bottle in the middle of the night, looking for a chance to hold mommy tight. Washing little diapers every day, a big doctor bill we're gonna have to pay. Hey, hey, oh, the pitty pitty patter of a little bitty feet's gonna pitty pitty patter through our house. Gotta be a thinking of a name, yeah, there's gonna be a great big change. 'Cause the pitty pitty patter of the little bitty feet's gonna pitty pitty patter through our house. A little bit of a tongue twister. Okay, now our last Susan Rae song, how are we doing on time? All right, was her highest charting song ever when this went to number 3 on the charts for her in 1971. Buck Owens wrote this song and produced Susan's album, for which this song was the title track. So, once again, both the song and the album are called I've Got a Happy Heart. Well, happiness is something that we all need plenty of. It starts from deep inside your heart when you found someone to love. So if you're not as happy as you feel you ought to be, find someone in this world to love and have a happy heart like me. I've got a happy heart, I feel like I could almost fly. I think if someone shot me that I wouldn't even die. Just find someone to live for and love, and then you'll see why I've got this happy heart inside of me. A smile is so becoming, yet how many times it's true. A person wears a frown 'cause it's a habit to be blue. Sometimes it takes convincing that life can't be all that bad. Just take a look around you and you won't feel quite so sad. I've got a happy heart, I feel like I could almost fly. I think if someone shot me that I wouldn't even die. Just find someone to live for and love, and then you'll see why I've got this happy heart inside of me. I just find someone to live for and love, and then you'll see why I've got this happy heart inside of me. Yes, why I've got this happy heart inside of me. Okay, our last couple of songs tonight. We get started with a couple of T.G. Sheppard songs. T.G.'s real name is William Browder, and even though he had dropped out of high school and ran away from home in 1959 at the age of 15 to pursue his musical interests, he managed to somehow ultimately work his way up to become an executive at RCA Records during the early 70s. But then in 1974, he signed with a different record label owned by Motown Records to record his own songs. And so he used the stage name T.G. Sheppard to avoid jeopardizing his job with RCA. According to T.G., the T.G. in my stage name is really and truly just initials. A lot of people through the years have had fun putting what they wanted the initials to stand for, but they really don't mean anything. They're just initials. In the end, T.G. Sheppard went on to have 14 number one hits in the U.S. country charts between 1974 and 1986, including 8 consecutive number ones between 1980 and 1982. So our first T.G. Sheppard song for tonight was his first song ever released, and in the spirit of starting out with a bang, his debut song went right to number one on the charts. However, this is really a sad song. He did not write it, but unfortunately, it's probably a song which way too many people can relate to. This song is called Devil in the Bottle. I come home late at night with my shoes in my hands, stumble in the back door being quiet as I can, and I know she's there in bed, cold and all alone, and she's crying because I'm breaking up our home. And she knows the hell I'm going through in this world. Inside my head, there's a devil in the bottle, and he wants to see me dead. I fall into her arms. She helps me with my clothes. I guess she stays on with me 'cause she really knows that And I'm trying, Lord, to find my freedom by escaping to the only freedom I've ever known. And she knows the hell I'm going through in this world. Inside my head there's a devil in a bottle, and he wants to see me dead. Yeah, she knows the hell I'm going through in this world. Inside my head, well, there's a devil in a bottle, and he wants to see me dead. And it's killing her, watching me die this way. Okay, there's a depressing song for tonight. Last one now. Our last T.G. Shepherd song for tonight was a number 6 hit for him in 1980. A little more upbeat and positive. This is called Smooth Sailing. We got smooth sailing, sailing. Looks like every drop of rain is gone, gone, gone. Smooth sailing, sailing, and a blue sky full of rainbows from now on. We didn't break apart in stormy weather. We didn't run aground like others do. Now we're not afraid when storm clouds gather. We got the kind of love to see us through. Yeah, we've got smooth sailing, sailing. Looks like every drop of rain is gone, gone, gone. Smooth sailing, sailing, and a blue sky full of rainbows from now on. We found each other's arms in troubled waters. We found that's the safest place to go. From now on we can laugh at troubled waters, or the roughest storms just seem to make love grow. 'Cause we've got smooth sailing, sailing. Looks like every drop of rain is gone, gone, gone. Smooth sailing, sailing, and a blue sky full of rainbows from now on. Yeah, we've got smooth sailing, sailing. Looks like every drop of rain is gone, gone, gone. Smooth sailing, sailing, and a blue sky full of rainbows from now on. We've got a blue sky full of rainbows from now on. All right, which takes us to our gospel song. Tonight's gospel song was written in 1944 by a man named Kenneth Morris, who along with his partner Sally Martin formed Martin and Morris Music Incorporated, which became the country's oldest and continuously running black gospel music publishing company. The song is one of their biggest hits, and I learned this from a Johnny Cash gospel album. This song is called My God Is Real. There are some things I may not know. Well, there are some places I can go. But I am sure of this one thing. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. My God is real, He's real in my soul. My God is real, for He has washed and made me whole. His love for me is like pure gold. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. Some folks may doubt, some folks may scorn. Well, they can all go on and just leave me alone. But as for me, I'll take God's heart. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my heart. Well, my God is real, He's real in my soul. My God is real, for He has washed and made me whole. His love for me is like pure gold. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. Well, I cannot tell just how I felt when Jesus took all my sins away. But on that day, yes, on that hour, my God is real, for I can feel His holy power. My God is real, He's real in my soul. My God is real, for He has washed and made me whole. His love for me is like pure gold. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. My God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. Well, a lot of you probably don't know that song, but it's an upbeat gospel song. Just kind of one of my favorites. All right, that takes us to our benediction song to send you on your way. May the good Lord bless and keep you, whether near or far away. May you find that long-awaited golden day today. May your troubles all be small ones, and your fortune 10 times 10. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining back of every cloud you see. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows, never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May you walk with sunlight shining and a new bluebird in every tree. May there be a silver lining back of every cloud you see. Fill your dreams with sweet tomorrows, never mind what might have been. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet again. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight and for watching. Please feel free to share the video if you know someone that you think might enjoy this kind of music. We'll be back again next week. We'll finish up T.G. Shepherd, and we will go into, I think, Tammy Wynette will be next. And there are a lot of Tammy Wynette hits. So until next Sunday night at 7 o'clock, we will see you then. Stay